Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Meet Elijah's spirit, also known as Paul Rossi or Paolo. Things got off to a rather ridiculous start. "Hi," he said to Annie. "How are you doing?" "Hi there," she said. "I'm very well, thanks. Just wondering if I know you." "I do too," he said. "Where are you from?" "You do know me?" asked Annie. "I do wander here too," he said. "I'm from Dallas, Texas." "Sorry," she said. "I don't understand." You might find that's a continuing theme throughout what I think might turn into another series. "Mum live in Madrid," he said. "Do I know you?" asked Annie again. "I have to know where you're from," he said. "OK," said Annie. "Why can't you answer my question? You sent me a friend request. Do I know you?" "I don't really know you," he said. "I saw your handle at my new feed, so I added you. Do you understand now?" "OK," said Annie. "And you don't have to know where I'm from. You don't have to know anything. You're welcome to ask, though." "Can you answer mine now?" he said. "I live in a little town called Shaftesbury," she said. "It's in Dorset in the UK." "UK?" said our man from Dallas. "I'm aware of that country. How is the UK today?" "Warm where I am," said Annie. "It's a nice sunny day." "What do you mean you are aware of the UK? I thought all Americans loved England." "Yes," he said, "but I didn't grow there in America." "Where did you grow up?" asked Annie. "Madrid," he said. "My dad from USA, Mum Madrid." "You grew up in Spain and you're only aware of the UK? We were part of the EC, you know." "Yes," he said, "but I visited USA last year. Have you been to America ever?" "Yes," said Annie, "I've been to America. How old are you?" 61 years, he said. I think he might have got those numbers the wrong way round. "You?" he asked. "And you only moved to the USA last year?" said Annie. "I'm 55. Why did you leave Spain?" "My choice, LOL, he said. "I have house there in US and here in Spain. I'm a doctor by profession." "What kind of doctor?" asked Annie. "I work in Sanaa'a, Yemen military camp," he said. "Oh, how long have you been there?" she said. "Surgeon," he said. "I treat injured militant and citizens also in Sanaa'a." "Aren't the militants also citizens?" asked Annie. "Been working here for 8 years," he said, "though I take leave at times and visit home. Some militant ain't citizens," he answered her. "Some from US." "Oh, OK," she said. "I don't know. I'm afraid I don't really know what's happening in Yemen." Fair warning, if you're eating or drinking right now, please swallow what's in your mouth. I'd hate to be responsible for you either choking or spurting it all over your device's keyboard. He continued, "Some from Canada and the rest from different dimensions." "Different dimensions?" said Annie. "You mean like Star Wars?" "Yes," he said. "OK, now that you've recovered, I'll go on with the video." "My next visit might be UK during my vacation," he said. "How is your family? Husband and kids?" "I'm divorced," she said. "I have grown-up twins. One lives in Bournemouth and one lives in Salisbury. Which part of the UK are you thinking of visiting?" "Probably Derby County or Manchester," he said. "How about that?" "Derby County?" asked Annie. "Where's that?" "My regards to your kids," he added. "I saw it on the map. Derby County." "I doubt it," said Annie. "Or maybe I mistake the spelling," he said. "Probably," said Annie. "Search of it and tell me," he said. "How can I search for a place that doesn't exist unless I know how to spell it?" she said. "You saw it on the map. Where was it?" "Is Derby County," he said. "You know there?" I'm sure you'd all worked that out, hadn't you? "Sounds like a football team to me," said Annie. "Are you a football fan?" "Yes," he said. "Oh, is it not a state name?" "We don't have states," she said. "We have counties. And no, it isn't called Derby County. That's the football team. Which part of Manchester are you thinking of visiting?" "LOL," he said. "I don't even know anywhere Manchester, but I love UK. I will try and make research tonight. I only know the Derby County and Manchester." Annie got fed up with him and said, "Go away. How old are you really? 16? Undaunted, our man came back a few minutes later and said, "I've never been to UK. That's bad, right?" "Coming to the UK is bad," said Annie. "Then I am planning on that. Is that bad?" he said. "No," she said, "but I'd expect you to be coming to visit some medical colleagues and to attend some conferences while you're here, in real places, not football teams." "That's why I'm coming to the UK," he said. "Not for football shit. Oh, excuse me." "To attend conferences," said Annie, "but you don't know where the conferences are being held." "I will when the time is right," he said. "My very first time of coming to the UK. I don't deserve all this question." "That would be good," she said. "I'm sure they'd be interested to hear your experiences in Yemen." "What do you mean, you don't deserve all this question? I live here. I'm interested to know where you want to come and why." "OK," he said, "but I feel you're blaming me because I don't really know UK." "Blaming you for what?" asked Annie. "For not knowing much about UK," said our petulant child. "If I told you I wanted to visit Spain," said Annie, "wouldn't you ask me which part of Spain I wanted to see?" "Yes, sure I will," he said. "And wouldn't you find it odd if I told you I wanted to visit a Spanish football team but didn't know where they are?" she asked. "OK, that's fine," he said. "I was a bit sad before, but all is good." "Did I ask if you have a family?" she asked a while later. "No, you didn't," he said. "I asked you the same question earlier." "Yes, I know that," she said, "but you haven't told me about your own family." "My dad is late," he said, "and my mum alive, but ever too old, can't even walk any longer. I'm separated. I have one son." "Do you have any grandchildren?" she asked. "Not at all," he said. "My son is just 20 years. "What does your son do?" asked Annie. "Schooling in ATL, US," he said. "What's ATL?" asked Annie. "Atlanta, Georgia," he said. "Oh," she said, "I thought it was the name of a college. What's he studying?" "Oh no," he said. "Now you see, nobody perfect, LOL, is all good." "That's a bit rude," said Annie. They made a bit more small talk, and then, of course, he suggested that they move to Hangouts. Over on Hangouts, our petulant child, with the intellectual conversation, went into full-on scammer mode. "Good morning, Annie," he said. "I waited for you last night. How was your night?" "Good morning," she said. "But you didn't answer me last night, did you? I told you I was home." "Yes," he said. "I slept off before then. And here we go. Tell me your favourite colour and meal." Well, you might as well get them both into one question, mightn't you? "That's two very random questions," said Annie. "Why do you want to know? You're a doctor. Can't we have a proper conversation, please? Tell me about Sanaa'a. What's it like there? Yemen always sounds like a fascinating place. It's so sad what's happening there. Are there lots of historic sites?" "Of course it is," he said. "It's a war country, opposite. But you sound rude this morning." "Why is wanting a proper conversation rude?" asked Annie. "Carry on. Tell me about Sanaa'a." "It is well, Annie," he replied. "Sanaa'a is a war country, full of poor citizens and bad government, and a situation where there is no love in a country. That's example of Sanaa'a." "But what is the city like?" she asked. "I know it's a war zone, but tell me about the city. It's an ancient place, isn't it? Do you live in the city?" "Yes, it is," he replied. "So," she said, "tell me about it." "There are some beautiful places here in Sanaa'a," he said. "What places?" asked Annie. "It always sounds such a fascinating place." "Here in Sanaa'a there are so many beautiful places that can't be compared." "Yes, you said that," said Annie, "but tell me about them. What places?" "Annie, you really don't need to continue. He isn't going to tell you. He's never been there, has he?" Annie didn't have the benefit of hindsight, and so she continued, "And our man earned his new nickname." "They have some beautiful pool and developed places," he said. "Meaning?" asked Annie. "I don't understand. What's meaning?" he said. You're American, and you don't understand?" she said. Guest appearance by my cat again. What do you mean by meaning? He asked. I answered your question and you sent meaning. Like I said Annie. You're American and you don't understand what I meant. You ask so many questions. Why? Said Mr. Meaning. Because I'm interested to know about Yemen, she said, and because you're a doctor. So I was hoping we could have proper conversation. I don't understand why you can't tell me about Yemen and Sanaa'a and tell me about your work. To which his reply, in full-on scammer mode, was, send me a picture of you. Pardon? Said Annie. That's very rude. I asked for it, he said. You sure did ask for it, Sonny Jim, she said. And if you're not careful, you're going to get it. Can we have a proper conversation, please? Our man thought he'd call Annie. But that's the next video, because if I add it in here, this video will go on forever. Prepare yourself for a verbal ear bashing. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, please like it, please share it, please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you again in another Keep Safe on the Net video on YouTube.